And joining me now is criminal defense attorney B.J. Bernstein, who specializes in sex crimes and defending women and children. B.J., thank you for joining us. And it has been a week now since we first saw that mugshot taken of Melissa Huckabee, and people are still startled by this. In fact, it set off a firestorm debate online. Marcia Clark, obviously very famous from the O.J. Simpson case, wrote on the Daily Beast, "Do women rape?" And she says here in her 15 years as a prosecutor, and she's conferred with others, never seen anything like this case.
This is highly unusual, particularly because of the age of the young girl involved, 8 years old. I have had a case before where I had a woman who was charged with molestation of an older teenage child. But it changes everything, and the perspective here changes when you're talking to a little 8-year-old girl and the sexual component to it, which makes this different from Kaylee Anthony, for instance, that case in Florida where there's a death of a young child, but there's not this extra sinister component.
And this was Melissa Huckabee is also a mother. Sandra Cantu said to be friends with at least one of her children. She's not pled guilty. There have been reports that authorities say she told them that it was an accident. But again, none of this at this point is relevant because she says she's not guilty here. How does this affect the case if this does go to trial?
Well, it's going to matter in terms of the first thing that the lawyers are going to have to do, and it sounds like they are doing, is looking at the mental health issues. One, is she competent right now? We saw the photographs of her in court and how she reacted and how she acted in court. And as a lawyer, I'm already wondering, can she even fully contemplate what's happening now?
If she were a man, though, would that instantly come to mind? That's the question that Marcia Clark asked as well, and that when we think of women in this situation, the question is, well, is she sane? Would we ask that same question if there were a man standing in that same jumpsuit with tears rolling down his eyes, accused of raping this little girl?
Probably not, but it doesn't mean we're not right to look at it, because mental health experts, the reason why this is rare is because it could be, and it's going to be possible, that there is a real psychiatric problem here. There is a difference between men and women, and we have to take that into account. This is not a matter of sexism, we're going to be playing fair for one side or the other, but rather what really was going through this woman's mind, and is she sick? And remember, there have been reports that she was already receiving mental health treatment, so it's not like she's coming up with that before this heinous offense.
It is an absolutely horrible crime, and thousands showed up yesterday to pay respects to the little girl who's lost her life in all of this. Thank you very much, BJ, for your incredible insight into this one.